Hello YouTube, this is SWLA Mech84. It's been a while since my last video. I've been working a lot and I've also been learning a lot out here in the shop about some of the things I can and can't do with my machines. The last video, as you know, I was trying to get my tube finished here. Had to order material again twice and broke this and broke that and realized this doesn't work, but I think I finally got it. And the way I'm going to do it might seem a little time consuming, but I'm going to make my 12-inch tube in 3 pieces just so that I can deal with smaller hunks. Get a nice concentric bore, not have any overhang problems, and everything work out well on my lathe. And I think that's going to be the way to go. I know it may seem like a lot of extra work, but I want to do this really precision, and by the time I'm done with all of it, I'll be really good at cutting threads. I've got my thread cut and my connections down pretty good on some of my practice pieces. I won't be able to see really good, but so I'm very happy with that. I've got my tolerances on my threads right where I want them. I've also ordered some more tools. I broke down and went to Grizzly and got one of their nice 55-degree diamond boring bars and a boring bar holder, so I don't have to fight with anything anymore. Let me put that back in there. Make sure I don't lose a spot. This is also something else that I've got too. I ordered a nice parting tool holder finally, with a nice, and it's actually not a straight one, it's tapered and all relieved in all the right angles, and it works very good, no problems. Got it set on center height and it's ready to go. Boring bar holder, it's really solid, everything works really well. And that 55-degree diamond with the same speeds as my others. I ordered the 1/64th. I think it's it's probably the 1/32nd, but it makes a mirror finish in there. Everything works well. And then with the way this toolbar is set up, I can reach in there and get behind my threads section and actually put the thread relief with the boring bar all in one shot. And it'll bore to a shoulder so that I can straighten it off every time. The big boring bar I made, or the one I have got, remember this piece here, it still works, but this insert set up here, every time I would bore to a shoulder, it would chatter so bad when I stopped that I wouldn't be able to do anything with it because it would mess it up, and then it would end up dragging the bar in or out no matter how I adjusted it. This bar works perfectly fine if I just want to bore all the way through and not stop at a shoulder. But I've got a lot of shoulders to stop at on this, and this bar right here allows me to do that with no problems. I've also picked up a little very inexpensive set of mics. And this is a Shars tool. I've got some stuff from them it's really cheap. It's all made in China. But when I check it with everything else I have, you know, it works just fine. And for $40-something for 0 to 3, I'm happy with that. But my plan of attack now, I'm going to cut 3 tubes to make my one 12-inch tube, and they're all going to be threaded together. That way I have shorter pieces to deal with, and hopefully that'll make my life a little easier. I've already cut one of them. I'm going to be cutting 2 of them at 4.3 so I can get a nice clean length on it. I'm going to face off this edge just because it's wobbly from the saw cut from the supplier. Face it off. I know it's not going to be centered because I'm going to be turning it around, but I want a good place to measure from. And I want it 4.25, but I'm leaving 50 thousandths of fat in there so I can true the faces up once I make my final pass. So right now I'm going to throw my carbide insert in here, and I'm going to face this off. I'm gonna run at 600 RPM. I'm gonna remove my vent. Not gonna be using a whole lot of cutting oil on this. Okay, that cleaned up. Throw my threading tool in there. Just to get me a little chamfer on the outside so I don't cut myself and I don't have a raised burr. Alright, now this piece of tube is going to be 4.75 inches, so I'm going to cut it 4.80. I'm going to use my old garage sale scoring calipers here. 4.80, and I'm going to drop my speed to 70 because I have these things pretty wide open and I don't want it to grab it away from me here. Need to put some more out of the chuck for that. And I'll go ahead and mark this just sitting here. I'll get an idea of where it is. Okay. Okay. And I know this is probably all gonna, my 3-jaw is pretty accurate, but it's gonna have a lot of inherent inaccuracies in there. That's why I'm leaving 50 thousandths. Get my parting tool in here and get it squared up. Okay. Need to go ahead and tighten it up. I've never used one of these before. And it works very well. And it was very inexpensive too. I want to say it was only $40 or some such like that. This cleaned off. And I'm going to use the face of my chuck right here. That's nice and squared off. Put my blade back in here. With just as much sticking out as I need, no more. Okay. Find my line there. Okay. And I measured here. So I want to leave that side of the line there. And that'll be close enough. Now I'm going to come in, I'm going to run 200 RPM. Okay. Make sure I have plenty of oil right here. And then I'm going to get my high-tech ventilation system set up again. Get that turned on. Go ahead and send all that smoke out to the other half of the shop. Alright. Let me turn this autofocus off if I can figure out how. Okay. Now it's not messing up anymore. I'm going to come in and touch it just to make sure everything seems alright. Okay, that cut's good. You can see how out of round it is. I don't have a nice, good, clean contact. But I'm going to go ahead and part this off. Okay, I'm getting pretty close. Go ahead and bring my live center in here. Alright, well I got that cut. I have it to length. Now I just need one more tube at 4.3 and then I can start all my other connections. My battery's about to die. I'm going to try to upload this tonight. Maybe I can get another one uploaded tomorrow. Thanks for watching.